Stay in the present. Stay in the present. It's one of the things that a lot of people tell me to do. A lot of people use that as an advice, to younger people. At first, I questioned them and I looked within myself. What do they mean when they say stay in the present? Does that mean that you only focus on what you're doing now? Don't mind what you're going to do tomorrow. Don't worry what you've done yesterday. It's also one of the things that I ponder a lot about also this past few weeks and even years. Stay in the present. Because if your goal is to stay in the present, nostalgia is one of your worst enemy. Because nostalgia gives you this sense of comfort, this sense of security, this sense of happiness whenever you remember something that you did in the past, that you experienced from the past, and that you felt from the past. Because we have to be honest here. We've done a lot of things in the past that made us happy, that made us feel things that we're afraid that we're not going to be able to feel anymore. That's why we always go back to those kind of feelings, to those memories that brought those feelings to us. And with that, you're able to realize how beautiful and scary nostalgia is at the same time, right? Because think about it, the best feelings that you had were in the past, and those feelings are what brought you happiness, right? But I'll say this, stay in the present is one of the best advice you can give other people and even yourself. No matter how happy we were in the past, no matter how hurt we were in the past, it's something behind us now. It's something behind us now. There's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do to change the outcome of it because it already happened. Still, there are a lot of people that are caught up in the past or from their past because it's hard to let go. We all have our nostalgic memories there. But that doesn't mean that I'm telling you that you shouldn't go back or you shouldn't reminisce about those nostalgic memories. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you should know the boundaries of those memories. We have to remember that those are memories. We can't go back to them. We can bring those back. But what we can do is that will do something in the present that will at least mirror those memories, mirror those feelings that we felt, do something in the same nature as those that we did before in the past that brought us happiness, to do those in the present, you know for us to feel what we felt during those times, if we want to go back to those kind of feelings and build memories again. you know I don't know what I'm saying, but I don't know if you know I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but what I'm basically saying is that it's not unhealthy to look back in the past if you know your boundaries. It's not unhealthy to reminisce from time to time about our past, about those good old times. But we have to stay in the present, stay in the now. And one more thing that hinders us to fully realize and fully enjoy the now, enjoy the present is the fear on the future. Now, this again is another like scary thing to think about, and it's in the future. It's a different kind of fear compared to the past, because in the past, we know what we happened. I'm sorry, what? We know what happened. We know how we felt during those times. We know how happy we were. We know the things that we did that made us happy, that made us build those kind of memories. We know what happened basically in the past, right? But in the future, it's a different kind of scary thing because you don't know what will happen. You don't know how things will go. You don't know how things will fall onto you. You don't know how people will react to you. It's a lot of questions about the future that we just don't know the answer about, because for us to know the answer is for us to be there at that moment, at that present. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it makes sense, but it's the fear, it's the fear of anticipation that sometimes hinders us to develop as good people, as better people, because we think about the future in a manner where we seem that we're in control. No, we're never in control of the future. We're never in control of even the tomorrow, because we don't know what will happen, you know? And if you actually think about it, it's not only scary. I mean, it's not only scary, but it's also beautiful, no? It gives you this exciting feeling to, it's like it's an adventure in some way, in some sense. Mm. But people might say that for the future, you can have your plans, right? You can plan your future out. You can do some preparations for your future planning, right? But no matter how meticulous we are when we plan, no matter how careful we are when we make plans for the future, you cannot control every single detail that might and will happen to you in the future. And a lot of people get so stuck in that mind game, in that fear in the future. So a lot of people plan out their lives years, you like years, so far in years from now, but they forget to enjoy and fully appreciate the now, the now that they are in this present. And when you think about it, as a lot of people use this analogy, is to see your life as not like a race, but more on like a marathon. You're not behind. Like you're not behind in the life of race, because life is not a race. Treat it like a marathon. Take your time. Sometimes you might fall down. You might face some hurdles, difficult and way, way, way harder compared to other people. But once you get up and start running again and even jogging, it's okay. Take your time. Take your at your own pace. Take your time and pick yourself up and go and jog to that finish line, which is, by the way, the finish line is your death, right? We're just I don't know what I'm saying. What I'm yapping about is basically boils down to do not get stuck in your past, good no matter how good you felt during those times in the past, or no matter how hurt you were in the past. Do not get stuck in the past because it will hinder your development as a person. And also do not be scared in the future because we cannot control the things that will happen years from now or even tomorrow. Yes, you can plan, you can do preparations on how you will tackle your life years from now. But as I've said, we cannot control every little details that we will encounter in our life. So what I'm basically saying is enjoy your now, enjoy what you have now, learn to appreciate what you have right now, and just be grateful. You know, there's people out there that wish and hope to be where you are right now in your point in life. There's someone out there. And again, I'm just yapping. At this point, I'm just yapping, and I don't know if I made any sense or if I made any good point of what I'm really trying to say. But I hope that I did, and I hope that you weren't bored. I hope I didn't bore you. And if you got to this point in this video, I just want to say thank you. And I hope to see you in the next one. I appreciate the support. Stay awesome.